welcome to this week's guitar lesson with me, Josh Nibbs. This week we're going to be learning how to play Paperback Writer by the Beatles. This song is great for beginners that are looking to start to play bar chords because the main riff essentially revolves around playing a bar but only on 3 strings. So this makes it perfect rather than jumping straight in to having a bar on all of the strings. The verses in this song is essentially 2 chords, and we're going to go through how to play these chords and also a strumming pattern for these. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate it if you click the subscribe and then the bell. That way you'll be notified each week when I upload a guitar lesson. So the song starts off with the main riff that sounds like this. So what we're doing here is we're placing our first finger on the E, the A and the D string of our 3rd fret. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit the low E. And then we're going to hit the A. But what we want to do is hammer on to the 5th fret A with our 3rd finger. Okay, and once more. And then we want to place our little finger on the 5th fret of the D and pick that string. So all together so far. And I'm going down, down, up. So up on the 5th fret of the D. So after the 5th fret D, we're going to go back to our 3rd fret low E. Then we're going to go 3rd fret D. So far we've got. And then we're going to go 3rd fret low E, 3rd fret A, so all together. Back to the 3rd fret low A, back to the 3rd fret low E. Then we're going to pick the A string again, hammer on to our 5th fret A. So far. And then we're going to finish it off on the 3rd fret of the D. So that is a whole lot of the riff, so let's do it real slow. And once more. So really that whole time you want to be keeping your 3rd finger on that bar on the 3rd fret of the E, the A and the D. Then the other fingers are doing the work. It's really important with your right hand to make sure that we're picking the right strings. So what I recommend you do is start off slow and then build it up to the track tempo, because the track tempo is fairly quick. It's more this kind of tempo. So as you can see there, I'm also using my little finger for that 5th fret A. It's really up to you what you use, but generally I think people will find the 3rd finger a little bit easier, but naturally I just use the little finger, but it doesn't really matter too much. The other important aspect of this song is the actual rhythm of this riff. So it's not completely straight, we're looking for almost bluesy, almost like a shuffle essentially. So if I play it, as you can see, it really hits at certain points, so you just got to be careful that you're not playing it too straight. Listen to the track a bunch of times and you'll be getting the rhythm fairly quickly. So the second part of this song is the chords that happens in the verse. So in the verse you've got a G chord. So 2nd finger on your 3rd fret low E, 1st finger on your 2nd fret A, 3rd and little finger on the 3rd fret of your B and your high E. What we're looking to do is we're going down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. And we're going to do that 8 times. And it's really important here to get that nice gap, so down, down, up, down, down. Once you play that 8 times, you then move to the C major chord. So for the C major chord, 1st finger on the 1st fret of your B string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the D string, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of your A string, and we're going to be doing exactly the same here. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. but this time you only play it twice for this C major chord. And then you go to your G major chord and you strum it once. So there's two different parts essentially in this song. When you get back to your G chords, you have lots of the vocal effects. This is where you do just hang on that G, but if the verses continue, or the music continues, then what you do is you go back into the riff. Okay, so to begin with, as the song starts, it goes in with that riff, goes in with the chords, 8 times into C, 2 times, and then it goes back into the riff. And then it goes back into the verse chords. This time it's just going to hang on the G. And then that's where it's a cappella and you just got all of the vocals that are kind of swirling around in the track. So what I recommend you do is maybe get a pen and paper or write it down in a document. Just write the structure out. Even though there's only 2 sections, those verse with the chords and the main riff, they do kind of swap in and out. So what I recommend you do is just write the structure down and when you're going to need to play the riff and when you're going to need to play the chords. So that has been Paperback Writer by the Beatles. Real simple this one, but that main riff can be tricky, especially with the bar that we're doing. A couple of hammer-ons as well, and also making sure that our right hand is accurate. And then finally you got the rhythm, but just listen to the track quite a bit and you'll get that kind of shuffling, jumpy rhythm for that main riff. Thanks for checking out this lesson. If you enjoyed it, click the like button, click the subscribe and the bell. That way you'll be notified each week when I upload a guitar lesson.